What is up? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. It has been a few, I don't want to say like that long, maybe about a week and a half since I put out a video on Dragon Ball Legends because there wasn't a whole lot of news going around and, you know, things like that. And also I was gone whenever the second beta was live, so I couldn't really stream it or do any gameplay, unfortunately. I did play it a bit, so I wanted to kind of get a little bit better of a feel for it and the understanding of the UI and stuff like that. But anyways, we're going to talk about the two other new characters that are coming. I believe there's actually a third, but we're talking about him specifically, the guy on the screen right now. We're going to talk about him, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Hooded Man in his comparison to Shallot. Hope you guys enjoy it. Subscribe if you're new, of course, for more content. Make sure you do leave a like as well for more Dragon Ball Legends content on the channel. That being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. So, first and foremost, we have Zahha, is what I'm going to call him. I mean, it could technically be Zah, General Zah. I don't know. General Zod, right? No, because the H's could be silent, but I doubt it. Zahha. It's weird. Anyways, another all-new character is joining the fight alongside Shallot, or Shallot, as Kaggy calls him. And Kaggy, actually, shout out to Kaggy, really quick, is the official voice for him for the English version. So that's pretty cool. He calls it Shallot. He voices him, so since he's going to be calling himself Shallot in the game, that's how you pronounce it, I guess. Another all-new character is joining the fight alongside him. Meet Zahha, a magical swordsman wielding two blades. What's that magical swordsman? It's just, you know, something from out of like a, you know, an anime like, you know, Danmachi, right? You know, you get characters that do multiple things. That's totally different. I like it. It's not something that you would see in Dragon Ball, really. A lot of these guys don't really do stuff like that. They're just ki blasts and flying and stuff, you know? Something like, you know, out of like I said, Danmachi or other series like that where they have mages, right? Magic is different, so that's cool. Anyways, magical swordsman wielding two blades. This common collected character is here to help out our hero in story mode. So it sounds like he's one of those mandatory for a lot of stories badass guys that's just kind of there, shows up every now and then sporadically, also helps out the hero whenever it comes down to like a big fight, but he's not always there. Isn't that called an anti-hero? Something like that. He's not exactly going to be a protagonist from what it sounds like, but he could be there the whole time. I doubt it, but he could be, you know, Shallot's best friend or something. Who knows? But it sounds like, just to me, like I said, he's going to be one of those guys that shows up every now and again, helps with the big fights, has that standoffish type personality, etc., etc. But first and foremost, I really enjoyed the design. I don't really know if I like the helmet thing, but I like the design. I like the long flowing hair because he looks like, you know, he has no trouble with the ladies, and that's, you know what I'm talking about? That's the homie right there. And the sword on the arm is interesting. I don't know if it's actually on his arm or what they're doing with that, but it looks like it's on his arm, especially when you look at the other image on the right. I don't know how he keeps it there, maybe by using some of his, you know, previously mentioned magic. I don't know, but I think it's cool, to be honest, especially if he fights with it like that. Like, I assume he's going to use it in hand, but if he can fight with it right there and it's sturdy enough not to move or anything like that, you know, and kind of use it like, you know, Rose uses his, whatever they call that move, the sword technique and stuff like that that Rose has, and, you know, the Vegito sword, and, you know, the things like that. If he can fight with it like that, that's pretty awesome. Or if he fights with it like Trunks, I wouldn't mind that either. But it's cool also to see an actual like weapon wielder in Dragon Ball, again, because I like character designs, I like the premise of Dragon Ball, I like it, but a lot of it just devolves into, okay, I'm big, I'm strong, I'm buff, I have a high power level, I can use energy in different ways. And I hate to generalize it that way, but that's just what it is. So whenever we get something, like I said earlier, magic, it's totally different. We don't see a lot of that. I mean, Babidi use magic, you know, stuff like that, but it's not very common, so I like it. Whenever we see weapon wielders, we don't see that often. We see Trunks, we see Tapion, we see stuff like that, but again, not very common. So it's out of the norm, it's out of the box, and I enjoy it. So as far as he goes, it remains to be seen how he's going to be treated in the story. I feel like I basically hit the nail on the head with how they were going to handle this character, but let me know in the comments, because of course this is a discussion, how you guys feel he will be handled in the story of Dragon Ball Legends. Also, we do have the Dragon Ball Wiki up, not the most accurate source, because a lot of this stuff is kind of free source. I mean, like, you can edit this and add info and stuff like that. So it kind of comes and goes, but the cool thing is he is basically named after cake. That's the pun. He's named after a saccharot. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry, but it's a form of chocolate cake. So totally gonna love him, and I wanted to show him for that exact reason. In fact, let me see if there's any other swordsmen. Well, Trunks, yeah, so they're counting Zamasus and stuff for using swords, I guess. Energy blades, yeah. They didn't include Vegito though. How you gonna do that? You know, Ninja's in there too, which way back to Dragon Ball. Shout out to the original series. Anyways, so we also have moving on from Zahha here, and also like I said, shout out to Kaggy. You know, check out the, you know, I don't know how, you know, y'all better put some respect on his name. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe YouTube did that thing where it unsubs. I don't know. Here's Shallot, okay? The hero of the story, a Saiyan from the distant past, flung into the present day. He has lost all memories apart from his own name. So he's going to, of course, be the main protag for the story in the game. If you didn't know, now you know. I don't know how you wouldn't know, but now you know, okay? Main protagonist for the story. Here's the Hooded Man. A mysterious man in the hood wreaking havoc across the lands. He seems to resemble Shallot. So here's another character that is going to be original to Dragon Ball Legends. Now, I have to do a little bit more research on it. So, like I was saying in the beginning of the video, there could be a third character, aside from these ones that I've shown here in this video, named Giblet or Giblet. I don't know how to pronounce it. Or that's this guy's name, because I didn't really see a whole lot pertaining to that. So, keep that in mind. But I'm going to operate on the premise that this guy is who he is. He resembles Shallot. If you take a look at him, actually, he actually has really, really similar armor as well underneath this cloak, the blue armor. So he's obviously a Saiyan, right? He's obviously a Saiyan. He has to be. You know, he resembles Shallot. They're on the nose with that. But I mean, again, Saiyan armor underneath that has a bit of a different design because he has different gloves, different shoes, sorta. You know, but again, that armor is there, and he honestly looks like a twin. He honestly looks just like him. So either this could be one of those things where, you know, he's traveled through time and is like an alternate version of that character. Not to say like an alternate universe version, like, you know, something like Trunks meeting Kid Trunks. Not like that, but maybe this same version of this character in the timeline as well. So that could be a thing. It's totally possible. Or he could be something like an alter ego, you know, something like that. If they, depending on how magical they want to turn Dragon Ball into, it could be something of that nature as well. But really, we don't know anything about this guy, really, other than that he obviously has to be a Saiyan or some sort of shapeshifter, you know. And he resembles Shallot. So that's fully freeform, totally up to you guys to decide. But the cool thing about this is for now, we can build our own stories. So I want to know in the comments what you guys think this character's relationship would be to Shallot in the comments down below. So that's basically it. I just wanted to update you guys with a couple of the things that have come out as far as Dragon Ball Legends goes. If you guys are still wondering about a release date, that should be in June. It is estimated to be released on June 14th. So that could be when it comes out. And the game, honestly, is looking pretty good. It looks like it's almost ready to be released, so that's why they're not going to wait super long. So just a little over a month, so about a month and like a few weeks. So it's not that far away. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new, of course, for more content on Dragon Ball Legends. Let's try to hit a 700 like goal for this video and for Dragon Ball Legends hype. Have an awesome day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy and peace out, guys.